Okay guys, welcome back to another episode of the Leveling Up series, and today we're going to talk about maintaining that work-life balance, right? A lot of us, I know, still are working remotely, so we may be occasionally going into the office, but very rarely, and although some people have sort of a hybrid nowadays as well, a couple of days in the office. But hopefully most of us are still remote, right? But one of the key issues that I see is that a lot of people are unable to switch off, right? Because you're working from home, your kind of work and play environment are in the same place. So you're often thinking about issues that you're not able to solve or bug that you can't fix. And that kind of it's difficult to have that kind of separation, right? When can you actually switch off? And I get it, right? I mean, it happens to me as well. But it's important for you to maintain that kind of level of separation, whether you want to have like a separate room where you work in, try not to bring work into like sort of a living room environment, or in any other room. If you want to separate that, if you do have the space, do try and do that. But the other thing that you can do is maybe have like a couple of hobbies and stuff like that. So maybe like you finish work and then you can plan to go to the gym or do something different, right? Just to kind of like change your environment a little bit, right? Or maybe go for a walk or something, right? It will help clear your mind a little bit and get you in a different environment, get you in a different feel, because it's really difficult being inside, sitting, staring at a screen all day. And then you might then spend X amount of time just sitting there at the same screen in the same room. You might be watching Netflix, you might be playing games or whatever it might be, right? But make sure that you're just taking a break or stepping out and going somewhere, or maybe getting a hobby that's just outside, right? Exercise is so important, right? There's so many health benefits. There's been loads of studies on it. So just make sure that you try and incorporate some level of exercise. Walking is good enough, to be fair. You don't even need to go to the gym if you don't want to. I'd still advise going to the gym, but if you don't want to, you're not comfortable, go for a walk, right? Get outside, get some fresh air, change that as soon as you finish like working, because it will help sort of freshen your mind. And it's so important to have good mental health as well, because this job can be very, very difficult. Right? I don't need to convince anyone of that. You're already well aware of the challenges that do come. So yeah, just try and get that environment to change, and just stop checking your emails and stop replying to emails out of hours, right? If you can. Obviously, if you're on a call, you can't help it, but just switch off, have that separation, set those boundaries, right, at work, so that, it doesn't encroach into your personal life. Make sure that they are completely separate. But yeah, I just wanted to have this as a reminder because it's so important and we forget. So yeah, hopefully that helps.